Hello everyone. One tiny dot on a clock once decided the fate of a whole train. A long time ago, England was full of small towns. Each town kept its own time. One clock could be slow, another could be fast. People argued about minutes every day. Then trains came and changed everything. Trains needed one clear time. Not early, not late. If one train missed a minute, many plans broke. Meetings failed, goods were lost, people got angry. So a new rule began to spread. At big stations, a clear clock stood high. It had a white face and dark hands. At the very top, there was a small black dot. That dot marked the exact second when the hand touched it. Time was true. People began to say a simple line. Be here on the dot. Not before, not after. Right at that point. Right when the hand met the dot. In one old station, a boy named Tom worked. He cleaned the floor and carried small bags. But he loved the big clock most. Every day he watched its hands move. Tick by tick, step by step. His father once told him something. Time is like a promise. If you break it, trust breaks too. Tom remembered every word. He took time very seriously. One cold morning, fog filled the station. The air was wet and hard to see through. A long train waited on the track. People stood close, holding their coats tight. All eyes moved to the big clock. A man in a dark coat walked fast. He had a gold watch in his hand. He looked worried and a bit proud. He told Tom in a low voice, I must leave at 10, not a second late. Tom nodded and looked at the clock. The hands were moving toward the top. The small black dot waited in silence. Tom said, the train leaves on the dot. His voice was calm but firm. The man did not relax. He checked his watch again and again. He walked left, then right. His shoes made sharp sounds on the floor. Time felt slow and heavy. More people came and joined the line. A mother held her child close. A worker carried a heavy box. A young girl looked at the sky. Everyone waited for that one moment. Then something strange happened. The big clock made a soft click. Its hands stopped moving. No sound, no tick. Time seemed to freeze. Tom saw it at once. His chest felt tight. If the clock was wrong, the train could fail. People would miss their plans. Anger would fill the station. He ran to the back room fast. Old tools hung on the wall. Dust filled the air. He pulled a rope hard. The clock moved again, but not right. The minute hand was slow. Too slow for real time. Tom looked out at the sky. The fog was thin now. A bit of sun broke through. He remembered his father again. Watch the sun, not just the clock. The sky tells the truth. Tom stepped outside. He looked up with sharp eyes. The sun stood near the top of the sky. Tom made a quick guess. It was almost 10. Very close to that point. There was no time to wait. He ran back with fast steps. His heart beat like a drum. The rich man stared at him. The crowd held its breath. All sound seemed to fade. Tom shouted to the train driver. Now, go now. Trust me, it is time. His voice cut through the air. Clear and strong. The driver looked at the boy. Just for one short second. Then he made his choice. He raised the whistle high. A loud sound broke the silence. The train began to move. Wheels turned with a deep sound. Steam rose into the cold air. People gasped and looked around. Was it too early? At that exact moment, the big clock rang. One clear sound, then another. The hand reached the top. It touched the small black dot. 10 o'clock, not a second off. The rich man froze in place. He looked at his gold watch. Then back at the big clock. Both showed the same time. Perfect, sharp, exact. His face changed slowly. From doubt to shock. From shock to quiet respect. He closed his watch with care. No more words came out. The train moved down the track. Faster and faster it went. People on board looked back. The station grew small behind them. But the story stayed. That day spread from mouth to mouth. A small boy saved the time. Not with power, not with money, but with trust and a sharp eye. And one small black dot. People began to use the phrase more. In homes and in streets. In schools and in shops. Be here on the dot. Be true to the moment. Years passed and time changed. Clocks became better and stronger. Cities shared one time system. Trains ran with less trouble. But the phrase never left. It carried a deeper meaning now. Not just about a clock, but about trust and respect. About keeping your word. About being exact when it matters. When you hear on the see that clock. See the hand touch the top. See the small black point. A tiny mark with big meaning. A line between late and right. Think about your own days. Have you ever rushed and still been late? Have you ever waited for someone? Did 1 minute feel like forever? Did it change how you felt? Time is small but strong. It can build or break trust. It can open or close doors. It can lift or drop a chance. All in one single moment. Next time you plan something, be clear. Pick your time and hold it. Not a guess, not almost. Right at the point you choose. Right on the dot. Look at any clock near you. Find the top in your mind. See that little dot again. Feel how sharp that moment is. Then make a quiet promise. When the time comes, be there. No delay, no excuse. Stand in that exact second. Let others trust your time. Be there on the dot.
能以非母语者的身份专注学习到现在，这本身就是很棒的进步。真诚感谢你的观看。如果你觉得本期内容实用，点赞或留言让我知道你的想法，这对我持续创作非常重要。我们下期见。